Hello, dear story lovers. Today, I'm going to share the tale of a young woman swept away by the magic of love, her heart brimming with dreams. Her name was Lily. At 28, she was vibrant, imaginative, and stubbornly determined. Lily believed she had found the love of her life, her boss, Max. A single smile from him was enough to light up her entire world. But to Max, Lily was just another employee. Still, Lily refused to give up. One day, a chance discovery of a love potion recipe turned her life upside down. But this change came in a way she never expected. So, grab your coffee, lean back, and dive into Lily's journey of love, heartbreak, and the discovery of true affection. Because sometimes, the person who steals your heart is the one standing right beside you, appearing when you least expect it. Lily worked as an assistant at a sleek advertising agency in the heart of the city. The office, with its glass walls and modern furniture, was always buzzing with activity. But Lily's mind wasn't on campaign files or client meetings. Her eyes were fixed on Max, who strode into his corner office every morning. Max, in his early 30s, was charismatic, confident, and a touch aloof. When he adjusted his tie, sipped his coffee with a furrowed brow, or, on rare occasions, flashed a smile, Lily's heart would skip a beat. Max was the man of her dreams. She fantasized about sharing a romantic dinner with him, strolling along the beach, or even just having a genuine, fleeting conversation. But in reality, Max's interactions with her were limited to, "Lily, get that report ready," or "Bring me my coffee." This cold distance broke Lily's heart. Yet it only fueled her feelings for him. One day, she thought, one day he'll notice me. One evening, exhausted from work, Lily flopped onto her couch, scrolling through her phone. While browsing online, something caught her eye. On a forum, she stumbled across a post titled, "Love Potion, Make Your Beloved Fall for You." The article claimed that with a few simple ingredients and the right intentions, a potion could bind two hearts together. Lily burst into laughter. "Does this stuff actually work?" she muttered to herself. But then, she remembered how desperate she was for Max to truly see her. She closed her eyes and pictured it. Max approaching her with a warm smile, taking her hand, saying, "Lily, I'm so lucky to have met you." The vision was so vivid that Lily made up her mind. "It's worth a shot," she whispered. She would make that potion. The next day, during her lunch break, she visited a quaint herbal shop tucked away in the city's old streets. The shop was filled with the scents of lavender, mint, and unfamiliar herbs. Behind the counter, an elderly woman greeted her with a knowing smile. Lily listed the ingredients from the recipe: rose water, lavender oil, a pinch of cinnamon, and a mysterious powder said to ignite the heart's fire. As the woman gathered the items, she cautioned, "When making the potion, your intentions must be pure, young lady. You must know what your heart truly desires." Lily thought of Max's face and smiled. "I know," she said. "I love him." Back home, she transformed her kitchen into a makeshift alchemy lab. She lit candles and followed the recipe step by step. As the potion simmered, she imagined her future with Max. They were dining at a fancy restaurant, walking hand in hand by the sea, Max wrapping his arms around her, whispering, "I love you." When the potion turned a deep purple, it was ready. Lily poured it into a small glass vial and slipped it into her bag for the next morning. Her plan was simple. She'd add a few drops to Max's coffee, and he'd fall head over heels for her. What could possibly go wrong? The following morning, Lily arrived at the office early, her heart pounding. Max's black ceramic coffee mug sat on his desk, as always. His coffee hadn't been prepared yet. This was her chance. She pulled the potion vial from her bag and leaned over the mug with trembling hands. But in her nervousness, she knocked the mug over. "No, no, no," she whispered in a panic. She quickly set it upright, but the vial slipped from her grasp, spilling a few drops onto the floor. At that moment, she heard Max's voice. "Lily, what are you doing?" Lily froze. Max stood in the doorway, eyeing her suspiciously. I was just fixing your mug, sir," she stammered, her face burning red. Max raised an eyebrow and sat at his desk. "Get my coffee, please," he said coolly. Lily bowed her head in embarrassment. Her potion plan had crumbled before it even began. But Lily wasn't one to give up easily. During lunch, she noticed Max had brought a new coffee mug. This was her second chance. Making sure no one was watching, she slipped a few drops of the potion into the mug and placed it back on his desk. Her heart raced. "This is it," she thought. "Max will fall for me." But just then, Monica, the office's bubbly coworker, rushed over. "Max, is your coffee ready?" "Let me grab it," she said, snatching the mug by mistake. Lily watched in horror as Monica took a sip. "No! That was Max's!" She wanted to scream, but her voice failed her. Monica drank the coffee, smiled, and walked away. Lily clutched her head. "This is a disaster," she muttered. That day, she retreated to a corner of the office, fighting back tears. The potion had gone to the wrong person. Max was still indifferent, and her dreams were in tatters. Just then, another coworker, Andrew, approached her. Andrew was Lily's closest friend at work. At 29, he was quiet, kind, and always managed to make Lily laugh. But Lily was so fixated on Max that she had never truly noticed Andrew. Holding 2 cups of steaming tea, Andrew smiled and asked, "Lily, why do you look so upset?" In that moment, Lily decided to pour her heart out. She told him everything: the love potion, her feelings for Max, the disaster with the coffee mug. Andrew listened quietly, but a trace of sadness flickered in his eyes. "You know," he said finally, "maybe this whole potion thing is a bit silly. It seems like Max doesn't deserve you." Lily was taken aback by his words. "But I love him," she insisted stubbornly. Andrew gave a small smile. "All right, let's say the potion works, and Max asks you out to dinner. Then what? When was the last time you went on a date?" Lily lowered her head, embarrassed. "Not since high school," she mumbled. Andrew's eyes widened. "Are you serious? Then we've got a problem. If you go out with Max, you'll be so nervous you won't know what to do. I think you need some practice first." "Practice?" Lily said, frowning. "Exactly," Andrew replied with a mischievous grin. "Go on a test date with me. That way you'll learn what to do when you go out with Max. Plus, if the potion does work, you'll be ready." Lily hesitated at first. She had never thought of Andrew as more than a friend. But then she thought, why not? It was clear Andrew wanted to help her. "Okay," she said, "but it's just a test, all right?" Andrew laughed and nodded. "Of course, just a test." On Saturday evening, Lily spent hours getting ready in front of her mirror. Even though it was only a test date, she wanted to feel beautiful. She slipped into a new emerald green dress, styled her hair in soft waves, and put on her favorite pearl earrings. When she looked in the mirror, she smiled at her reflection. "Maybe this will be fun," she thought. When Andrew knocked on the door, Lily opened it and caught her breath for a moment. Gone were his usual casual t-shirt and jeans. Andrew wore a sharp button-up shirt and a blazer. His hair was slightly tousled, but it suited him. "Wow, Lily, you look stunning," he said, his eyes full of admiration. Lily smiled shyly. "You don't look too bad yourself," she said. "All right, let's get this test started." Andrew took Lily to one of the city's loveliest restaurants, a cozy Italian bistro where the tables were lit by flickering candles and a soft piano melody played in the background. At first, the two were a bit nervous, but as the conversation flowed, they relaxed. Andrew shared stories that made Lily laugh. The time he fell off his bike as a kid, a funny argument with his high school math teacher. Lily realized how genuine and easygoing Andrew was. Talking to him felt effortless, even more so than the moments she had imagined with Max. After dinner, they went for a walk along the beach. The sea shimmered like silver under the moonlight, and the sound of the waves soothed Lily's heart. At one point, Andrew pulled a small box from his pocket. "This is for you," he said. Lily opened it in surprise. Inside was a vintage necklace she had admired for months at an antique shop but never dared to buy. A delicate silver chain held a tiny moonstone that gleamed softly. How did you find this? Lily asked, her eyes welling up. Andrew smiled. I put in a little effort to make you happy, he said. You know, Lily, making your dreams come true? It's the best feeling in the world. In that moment, Lily felt a warmth deep in her heart. In Andrew's eyes, she saw not just a friend, but someone who truly cared for her. But then, Andrew leaned in to kiss her. Lily pulled back in a panic. Andrew, what are you doing? Andrew froze, embarrassed. I'm sorry, Lily. I guess this date meant more to me than just a test. Lily stared at him, stunned. But the potion! I'm in love with Max. Andrew took a deep breath. Lily, that potion is just an excuse. I've been in love with you since high school. Every time Max overlooked you, I saw you. Your smile, your dreams, everything. But you only ever saw him. Lily was speechless. Andrew's words stirred a storm in her heart. That night, when she got home, she couldn't sleep. His confession made her question everything. Her feelings for Max, her dreams, herself. Did she really love Max? Or was Max just an unattainable fantasy? Andrew's words kept swirling in Lily's mind. Her feelings for Max felt like a burning passion. But was it truly love, or just an illusion? Max had never really seen her. In meetings, he only spoke to her about work. Once, Lily had stayed up until midnight perfecting a report, presenting it to Max with pride. All he said was, "Nice, add it to the file," before walking away. That moment had shattered her heart, yet she'd clung to her admiration for him. Now, with Andrew's confession, everything looked different. Andrew didn't see her as just an employee. He saw her as a person. He knew her dreams, her fears, her joys. Back in high school, when Lily performed in a school play and everyone mocked her, Andrew had clapped for her. At the office, when Lily made a mistake and Max scolded her, Andrew had smiled and said, "Everyone messes up, we'll fix it." Thinking about these moments, Lily's eyes filled with tears. How could I have been so blind? She whispered to herself. On Monday morning, Lily walked into the office, dreading the moment she'd meet Andrew's gaze. They hadn't spoken all weekend. Andrew was at his desk, working quietly, but his face carried a hint of sadness. Looking at him, Lily felt her heart tighten. Just then, Max approached her. "Lily, I'm hosting a party at my place tonight. You wrote the best report this month, so I'd like you to come." For a split second, Lily's heart stopped. Max was smiling at her. Had the potion worked? But then he continued, "My boss hasn't been happy with my work lately, so I need high performers around me." The truth hit Lily like a slap. Max didn't see her as a potential partner or even a friend. She was just a worker to him. There was no potion, no magic. Max would never notice her feelings. Heartbroken, she sank into her chair. Glancing at Andrew's desk, she saw him buried in a file, but his shoulders were slightly slumped. Andrew had always been there for her. Once, when Lily panicked before a presentation, Andrew had brought her a glass of water and said, "You've got this," giving her the courage to push through. Suddenly, everything became clear. Max was a shadow in her dreams, an unreachable fantasy. But Andrew was her reality, the one who loved her for who she was, who stood by her side. In that moment, Lily made her decision. She wouldn't go to Max's party. She was done chasing him. True love wasn't found in a magical potion. It was hidden deep within the heart. That evening, Lily took a deep breath and headed to Andrew's apartment. The city sparkled with evening lights, but her heart was focused solely on Andrew. Her hands trembled as she knocked on the door. When Andrew opened it, he looked surprised. "Lily? What are you doing here?" Lily locked her eyes on his. "Andrew, I'm so sorry. I was blind. While chasing Max, I couldn't see the real miracle right beside me. You've always seen me. Every moment with you was already magic. And I want to see you too. I want us to be together." Andrew paused for a moment, then a wide smile spread across his face. "All right, but on one condition, No love potions, okay? Lily laughed, tears in her eyes. I promise, with you, I don't need any magic. That night, Lily and Andrew sat on Andrew's small balcony, talking for hours under the stars. Holding Andrew's hand, Lily felt her heart truly full for the first time. Max had been nothing but a dream. Andrew was her reality, her magic. They held each other close, and Lily finally understood what love really meant. It wasn't something forced by a potion. It was already there, hidden in a heart that loved you for being you. And so, dear listeners, Lily's story comes to an end. Sometimes we think we need magical potions, grand gestures, or fantasies to find love. But true love is already beside us, in the people who cherish us for who we are. Lily learned this the hard way, but in the end, she listened to her heart. Where do you think the magic of love hides? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your loved ones. See you in the next story.